It was a good show. It was a good show.
Bad booking from top to bottom.
Top to bottom.
Top to bottom.
I think it was a good show overall.
Top to bottom. John Cena, I give him a little applause tonight. Pat don't give too much applause, but I told you, the C Nation is dominating.
All right. I thought we would be talking about John Cena, the Royal Rumble winner, John Cena's 16th world title, but I can't deny what we just saw just a few moments ago. Roman Reigns coming in at number. Randy Orton won the Rumble, and that's why we're showing you this. And John won the two big storylines. But I think the huge storyline will be, and it kind of overshadowed Randy Orton winning. Roman Reigns came out at number 30. What was the thinking behind it?
When Roman sucked so much dick, and he got the buck teeth people there watching this shit, this has got to be, as my man Stephen A. Smith said, apostrophe, hypocrisy. This company wants a man to win so bad that they stick this joke of a man. What's gonna happen is Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker at the grandest stage.
Well, I think it's Braun Strowman, because Braun Strowman
it's not going to be Braun Strowman now. I think Brock Lesnar once again was a joke. Another joke.
It was a lot to review in that Rumble. Baron Corbin's elimination of Braun Strowman, that was huge for Baron Corbin. Big Cass dropped the ball again.
I don't see Big Cass dropping the ball. It was just bad booking, having him in there with all these lightweights who can actually outlast him. Jericho, I don't know what the hell Jericho thought he was doing in that run. He had a perfect game plan up to the last 5 minutes of this match.
Yeah,
it was bad.
The Rumble, this was a good show. It was I was entertained for 2.5 hours. There was only a couple things I was really pissed at. One of them I was pissed off at booking. The other one I was just pissed because I'm a wrestling fan. I wanted AJ to win, but John winning didn't. John winning was good for business, and I know I'm going all over the place, so I'm going to let's try to stay focused. Rumble here for the next 5 minutes here. Randy Orton winning it, like it or don't like it.
The way they have this thing booked, Elimination Chamber, I think John is getting screwed in this thing. He's got to go in the ring, probably with Brandon Corbin.
Dean Ambrose,
AJ Styles, and you got to figure the fourth man is Dolph Ziggler.
The Miz,
Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, you got some people in that match. Who says John even walked out of Elimination Chamber champion?
I don't think he is.
He may not. Bray Wyatt could very well win an Elimination Chamber, which would be.
Yes, if he's in the chamber, but he's not going to be in chamber.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is, I think we're going to have something stupid that Bray Wyatt's going to tell Randy Orton to give him his title shot. And that's going to start a feud.
I think that will start a feud, and I actually do see that happen where they fight at the Elimination Chamber to determine who's going to get that shot. But Roman Reigns coming out at number 30. I mean, what did they thought the crowd was going to cheer for that? I mean, they thought the crew liked the bill. Like, this just shows you how out of touch Vince is. I mean, he really thought that Roman Reigns coming out at 30 was going to be the best for business. I don't know if they changed it, but I think he may have thought about having to win the match, which is a scary thought that Vince really thought.
We heard it here on our broadcast first. There is some argument between Finn Balor and another dickhead wad who has to be in his own match. Finn Balor.
Finn Balor's arguing with Finn Balor. What are you talking about?
I told you, I reported it here last week.
Finn Balor's arguing with himself.
No, Finn Balor is arguing with the WWE promotions. He didn't want to hand that belt over, the European title. They keep telling him he's not ready when he says he's medically cleared to go.
Well, we heard is that he's medically cleared to go over the weekend. He could have been. He was getting evaluated. And it wasn't even a fact. If he's not medically cleared to go, I understand not throwing him out there. There's no point in doing it. But the nerve for the WWE to put Roman Reigns at 30, it was just... It took away from a very good Rumble. That was very entertaining. I mean, the Jack Gallagher with the umbrella, that was great. I love that.
I don't like the jobbers. We had about 10 jobbers in this match.
In every Rumble.
But the problem is, do you actually think that this guy was going to win? We had to bring the entertainment into wrestling? No. Braun Strowman, they took away from Braun Strowman They took away from Brandon Corbett. He took away from these guys, your young talent, to bring in a guy who apparently lost again. We talking about Roman fucking Reigns.
I was really just, really like, really? Is this really what you guys are doing? I mean, it was bad to put him in at number, and I know it make it seem like he won. He didn't. Let me get this correct. He did not win. He didn't win. Randy Orton won. Thank God.
But what it does set it up for Roman Reigns to have another title shot.
Yeah, it does, because he was Raw's last guy in the ring, so he's going to get another shot at that title.
Yep.
And I believe they have another pay-per-view, so he's going to get another shot.
I don't think he's in this pay-per-view here. I think it's Rumble right after that. Rumble's in late. There's no way in the world you'll book another match between these guys in March. I think the
He's going to be at WrestleMania fighting for the world title?
It probably will. It's going to be some kind of triple threat match.
Yeah, with him and Braun. I can see that. Because Roman's going to be in a huge marquee match. Let's not harp on Roman Reigns, Dub. Let's try to move on, because we have a lot to get through in the next 10 minutes. Rumble winner as a whole, Randy Orton. What do you thought about it?
Not badly booked. They try to screw the ending up. Once again, Randy paid his dues, and Randy's entitled to a match. I would love to see John Cena, Randy Orton, or AJ Styles, Randy Orton.
I would love to see personally, in my opinion, we've seen John and Orton so many times. I don't think that would have been the best man. I personally think AJ and Randy Orton was a better man. But you know, John and Orton, they had that rivalry, but it's not really a rivalry. You know, you say John and Orton, but it's really not Rock and Austin. I mean, John and AJ Styles are a better rivalry than even John and Orton. The WWE wants you to think John and Orton's a great rivalry, but it's not an all-time rivalry.
I'm not going to sit here and rip the C Nation tonight. John came through.
I'm not saying rip John Cena, but John Cena's ultimate rivalry is not Randy Orton as much as WWE wants it to be. It's not. It's nowhere near that.
Well, you know what? Somehow I see Randy Orton losing his shot.
Or at least getting something with Bray Wyatt. So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I don't want to speculate on too much on that. But I definitely see something between him and Bray Wyatt going down.
All right, let's go through some of the matches real quick.
Okay.
First of all, what the hell happened?
With what?
There's this card. Why I say this card was thing, we had 4 matches on the card in the Rumble, right? Am I correct?
It is a little bit more than 4. We had 3 pre-show matches.
We had Charlotte once again. Bailey is just not there yet.
I don't think it's just Bailey not there. It's just Charlotte is good.
You can't come in here with one move.
Bailey has more than one move. Come on, let's not.
Well, let's put it the way we see it in WWE. If you don't get that one move off, she's done.
Bailey is an incredible performer, but yeah, Charlotte has 2 ways to finish you: the figure 8 or natural selection, and that natural selection on the apron was great. Thought it was a good match to start the card. Then we moved to the Universal title match. Questionable where they put it at, but it made sense overall.
A hell of a match.
Hell of a match. And
here we go once again. What? Roman Reigns cannot get pinned fairly.
No, he did not get pinned clean. He has not been pinned clean since the Finn Balor thing, and many people say he only got pinned clean because he was getting punished for the suspension. So, yeah, he didn't get pinned clean, which we kind of expected. Kevin Owens has not got a clean pin at all, but it is a no DQ, so it does lower the bar. But Roman Reigns should not get another shot at the belt.
Who wanted to know disqualification rule, the Shark Tank, and all the rest of this stuff?
Roman Reigns.
He lost in his own match.
He lost. He should not get another match. The next match after that, we had the lightweight title, the cruiserweight title, and I was very disappointed with this match. Not really the match, because I thought it was the best match for the cruiserweight title I've seen, but the end result. And we and you have argued about this.
What are they doing this card? First of all, number 1.
John Cena with the offense.
I can't blame Neville that they want to change this lightweight division, because I think they're going to get rid of this title very soon. This title will not be here next year.
I don't know if it can be here next year, because you really damage anybody who's in that Cruiserweight Championship Classic tournament. TJ Perkins can't be taken seriously right now. I can't take Rich Swann serious. He just lost in tap-out fashion to Adrian Neville. It hurts to take Brian Kendrick serious. Now with Adrian Neville, when you really got to build up a credible guy, Jack Gallagher didn't get any eliminations in the Rumble, and I love Jack Gallagher's part he played in the Rumble. I loved it, the whole umbrella, but You have nobody credible. I mean, Cedric Alexander's playing Alicia Fox.
Let's talk about the dumbest shit we saw on the in the Rumble match.
Looks to me like
New Day.
Get eliminated that way.
Your boy is trying to put you in. Biggie, when you gonna learn to be a star in this league? You gotta drop one of your opponents. Your boys got you eliminated.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna work our boy probably back there to finish. But I didn't. That was a little bump in it. So the first hour started high for me with Kevin Owens winning, Braun Strowman can't start off real high. The lightweight title match dropped me a bit. AJ and John once again pulled.
Well, once again, we take a look at this. I don't have a problem with that. The worst match on this card for me was the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble. That was the worstest card on the match. Having these jobbers stay in the ring so damn long.
I mean, how long you want the Rumble to be? Like 20 minutes?
No. First of all, number one, you had a guy, Sami Zayn, who had a hell of a match, who actually stayed in the ring. Brandon Corbin, who stayed in the ring. I'm talking about people that just stayed around. Chris Jericho, my favorite to win the Royal Rumble, didn't do it. But when you stick a man in at the end of the match, which is my worst match of the card.
Roman Reigns, yeah.
Roman Reigns.
We'll get to that in just a second because we talked a lot about that. But to me, the worst booking was Roman Reigns. It did surpass the lightweight booking, but John AJ again didn't top their. It wasn't better than their SummerSlam match, but it was good. It was great. It was great.
We're gonna have a fourth match.
I would love. Hey,
I say 3 out of 4,
2 out of 3 falls. I had no problem with it.
Make a stipulation where it's
no more rematches.
No more rematches.
I would love to see it. I mean,
and loser leaves the business.
I don't know if he's going to do loser leaves the business. What AJ's going to be done?
I think John's going to be done. John wants to be done. John wants to be done.
But you still got to set it up right now.
He came here to tie Ric Flair. He put it off for the last 4 years. They could have easily gave him to it 4 years ago. We find everything in the world how to stop this 16 from happening. So I'm applaud John. John's my man. I'm applaud John tonight.
I mean, John, it hurt for me as an AJ Styles fan to see AJ go down with that loss, but I had to take this in retrospect, and I thought about it because AJ debuted it a year ago, and AJ, at the time he debuted, did you really think he was going to win the WWE title? No. Did you really think?
I think the match is caught up to him.
Did you really think?
They're constantly being on the SmackDown show.
Yeah. Did you really think AJ Styles was actually going to be the WWE champion, be the wrestler of the year in the WWE? No, and he did all that in his first year there, not going through NXT. He was great, and I would have loved for it to continue.
Do you see AJ with this company in 2 years?
I don't know, and I don't want to think about that right now because really, did he do? He accomplished everything he had to do. I mean, he really did. He's only the second guy to win the IWGP and WWE title. Only Brock can say he's done it. And then Hogan, the other one. He only got 3 guys who've done it. He's in a sentence with Brock Lesnar and Hogan.
I think we should have had a little bit more of Brock Lesnar,
I've never been able to figure out why
Goldberg, The Undertaker, in that ring.
Get to that in a second. But AJ was just, he had a phenomenal year. John won.
It's nothing.
It's nothing. You know, as a Russ, did it evoke the emotion that it should have? Yeah, I mean,
John actually got cheered. No, you either love John or hate John.
I mean, to me, I hated it. I would have probably booed it, but you know, as a wrestling fan, John did that. It wasn't like John doesn't have that pure out hate anymore that like I have for Roman Reigns. John has that wrestler's hate that I have for him. I just hate the wrestler. I don't hate the man. And you know what? Would I give John respect? Do I view him as a 16-time world champion? Yes. Is he better than Ric Flair? No.
I'll take a couple of 7-on-1s away where
you got to remember that Ric Flair did it in multiple companies. John has done it with one company, and that will always be the mark. Well, I can't take John's 16 world titles all the way from 16.
I can't take it seriously when you're in a company that split the champions.
Yeah, he is one of them split champions. Remember, when they had one champion, he never held the belt when they held him with one. When Randy unified, he held it once. My bad. Randy won it. Then Daniel Bryan. Then they had the tournament. And then when it was vacated, John won. He defended it once, and he lost to the Brock, and he never could have gotten it back. And then he could only win it back when they split it up again. So
I'm never going to say that he's Ric Flair. In my eyes, Ric Flair is a 16-time, the greatest world champion of all time. John...
He's in that second part, the second, third.
John, I'm not giving you second or third. I put the great Harley Race there. We're going back. Now, some of y'all guys don't know Harley Race, the 7-time champion.
Yeah, there's a lot of people you can put up there.
And you got Kurt Angle there.
But I'm not. Yeah, Kurt's got like 15. He's done it in 2 different companies.
You got Sting, who did it in 2 different companies.
3 different companies. Well, 2 different companies. Never did it in WWE. Never won the World.
Well, he did it over in Japan also, but
never won a World.
John's on that. When you take away some of the legendary there, John's right there.
Yeah, and John's won match of the year. What, 6?
Okay,
7 times.
We get ready to round this up. Next Sunday, guys, catch us on our broadcast. Y'all guys was great. You had the after fact of the Royal Rumble on our show. But I'm going to tell you one thing. You want me to give it a star to this whole thing? I'll give it a C.
I give it a B. I'm not going to let Roman Reigns ruin it. Because overall, I was entertained for 2.5 hours. And I can't say WWE's done that many times. It was a better card than TakeOver, in my opinion. I think short term, this was a great card. But if you look long term, Roman Reigns is going to continue to get pushed down your throat for the entirety of the year. We're going to have a long 10 years.
I got a question for y'all guys. Y'all guys hit us up and give us a post. Is it Vince or is Kevin Dunn shoving Roman Reigns down face?
They both want that next.
I think it's more.
No, Vince wants that next John Cena. He knows that. As you said, how many years do you have? You asked how many years you have AJ. And you talking about, well, book him in a 2 out of 3 falls match and what loser leaves. You say John's leaving. He knows he needs that next guy. He's not.
Give us a memorable match.
He's never going to go all in.
We can sit all night.
With Seth Rollins. He's never going to go in with AJ Styles. Because as much as they gave him the push, and as much as I love to sit here and say, oh, AJ has done a lot of things. He has, but he wasn't going to go full in on him, and he wasn't going to go full in even with Seth Rollins because they're not his creation. Roman Reigns has never worked with any other company except the WWE. John has never worked with any other company except the WWE.
If you want Roman Reigns to get over, put your 2 boys in the ring.
Ew.
Put John Cena and Roman Reigns. That's it.
We're
going to cut this short, guys.
Yeah, we got to cut this short.
Some people got to go to school, and some people got to go to work in the morning. And once again, you hit us up and tell us where you thought.
Randy wins the Rumble. We were saved from talking about Roman Reigns winning this Rumble. Just take that and just know that.
But once again, the man finds a way of still in the spotlight. But how the hell, when we got the sheet, his name wasn't on there.
Well, his name wasn't there. He put himself in it.
Okay.
What bullshit. But hey, I love Randy winning the Rumble, but I think the longer term issue is that Vince honestly thought that Roman was going to get. Vince was so dumbfounded. He honestly thought throwing him at number 30 was actually going to get cheered, and that is scary.
And that's what took away from me making this match, this card a B.
That's the scary part.
Guys, we catch you next weekend, 1 o'clock. Hit us up.
Roman Reigns for the next 20 years. Roman Reigns for 20